Hello all my merry makers, I am Becca and welcome to another Merry Making Monday. If you're part of my return crew, thanks for coming back. If you're part of the new crew, thanks for checking us out. Merry Making Mondays are all about tutorials, me teaching you how to make something, usually knit or crochet based. This week we are continuing in the crochet along that has kind of popped up, and that is of the design by Red Teapot Atelier, known as the Oolong Tea Shawl. This week, we're going to be doing rows 28, 29, and 30. So grab your crochet hooks and let's get started. Before we get started, I actually kind of wanted to show off where where I am in the original shawl that I started this tutorial with. This is a cotton mill ends cake from Hirschner's. I'm doing this off camera for two reasons. One is because doing a tutorial with lace was being very difficult to see all the individual stitches on camera. And two, oh gosh, there we go. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you sick, but also trying not to be so jerky. But two, because the pattern, if you've printed it out and looked ahead, the pattern is now getting close to a point where it says what we're supposed to do, but not the stitch count. So by working ahead, I have gotten that so that we can keep on trucking. And now for the tutorial. So for those of you who don't know, this is both my stitch counter, or not stitch counter, row counter, and editing friend. It helps me keep track of where I am in the pattern, and it really helps with editing. So, row 28. So the pattern says that row 28 is the same as row 8. And row 8 is actually fairly straightforward, but we're going to go ahead and go over it. That's the whole point of this tutorial. So it says chain 4, which counts as our triple crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it says 2 double crochet into the first stitch. So here's our first stitch. 1, 2, and then it says 1 double crochet into each stitch until the middle chain 2 space. I've iterated this before, but I just want to iterate it again in order to get the right stitch count. That includes these chain spaces. I'm going to put a double crochet in each one until you reach the middle chain 2 space. I will meet you there. We are at the middle of row 28, which is the same as row 8. And into the middle chain 2 space we are going to do 2 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, chain 2, doot, doot, and then 2 more double crochets. 1, 2. I always say this is a good time to pause and count your stitches. For row 28, it says you should have 113 double crochets per side. Once you have verified that, go ahead and continue down this left side where you put a double crochet into each space up into the second to last stitch. I will meet you there. Alright, so here we are in what looks like the second to last stitch of the row, but it's not. If you will remember, in the previous row, you were basically doing a stitch, a chain, and then a stitch. So there's one more single double crochet, or not single double crochet, I'm sorry, a chain one space here that you need to put a double crochet in there. If you know me, this is the one that I struggle the most with for some odd reason. Alright, and then in the last stitch we're going to do 2 double crochets. There's one. There's, well, 2. There's 2. And then a triple crochet. And it's time to count again. Remember, your count needs to be 113 double crochets on one side. Once we verify that, we're going to continue with row 29. Alright, so row 29 is where we come to this wonderfulness where it says repeat rows 9 to 24. And like I said, this is why I've been working ahead, so don't fret. I've got those stitch counts for you. Alright, so for row 9, we're going to start with chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to do one more chain 1, and then it says double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the first stitch. Okay, so we got chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all into this first stitch. Then we chain 1 again, and then it says to skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, oh, the chain 1 is the start of our repeat, and then skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now we do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then we chain 1. And we skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do double crochet. Oops, my counting stitch marker is still there. chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet into that same space. This should seem very familiar because this is not the first time we've done this repeat. Then we chain 1 and do our repeat one more time. Well, not just one more time, but I'm going to do the repeat one more time. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, into the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another double crochet into that same space. Alright, so it says to repeat that until the middle chain 2 space. I will meet you there. Alright. So here we are, right before the middle 2 chain space, and this is where the repeat ends, because it ends on the double crochet with the chain 3 and double crochet. So now it says to chain 1 and to skip 3 stitches, so we're going directly into the chain 2 space, and then it says 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Alright, now, according to my notes for row 29, we should have a stitch count of 59 double crochets and 58 chains. Once we verify that, let's move to the other side. Alright. Alright, so our repeat starts with a chain and skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. Into this post we're doing a double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into that same space. Then we chain 1, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Alright, and that's technically the end of the repeat. I'm going to do it one more time. Chain 1, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a double crochet into that same space. Chain 1, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, then 3 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and it says to repeat until the 3rd last stitch. So that's here. I'll meet you there. Alright, so I was just reading the pattern and I think I am exactly where I need to be. So we chain 1 after we do the 3 double crochets by themselves, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the last stitch we're doing, whoop, come down into frame, Becca, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and then a triple crochet. Alright, and that, my friends, is the end of row 29. Just as a reminder, it is 59 double crochets on this round with 58 chains per side. I'm going to do a quick count myself and then we'll move on to row 30. And it's ready for the final row of this week's tutorial. So row 30, we're supposed to do like row 10. So row 10 starts with a chain 4, which counts as our triple crochet, 2, 3, 4. Then we do 2 double crochet into the first stitch. I can get this to lay right. So there's 1. There's 2. Okay. And then it says 1 double crochet into the chain space. This part of the video brought to you by Becky's insanity and lack of sleep. So, why I tell you to count? Because even though I've done this several times now, I missed the part where it said after the 2 double crochets in the first stitch and a double crochet in the chain space, there was 1 more double crochet before the 3 double crochets in the next chain space. Alright, take 2. Always fun when there's a take 2. Have to figure out where I am and what am I doing. Alright. So, row 30 is the same as row 10. You start off with a chain of 4, which counts as your triple crochet. That's 4. Then you put 2 double crochets into that first stitch. a double crochet into this single chain space, and then one more double crochet into this double crochet, and then into this chain 3 space we're going to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Starts with a chain 1, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. We're going to put a double crochet into the middle of this set of 3 like we did before, chain 1, and then skip 3, 1, 2, 3, into this V-stitch or chain 3 space, whichever way you want to think about it. You're going to put 7 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the end of your repeat, and you're going to do that until you reach right before the middle 2 chain space, this chain 3 space or V-stitch, whichever way you want to think about it. I will meet you there. So here we are in the last chain 3 space before the middle space. Now we chain 1 and skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. So we're going into this second double crochet, and then it says in that double crochet we're going to put another double crochet. Then, in the middle, it says chain 1, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and chain 1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read ahead a little bit and go ahead and put a double crochet into this right here. And now it is time to count. And the count for row 30 is 97 double crochets on one side. Happy counting. Meet me on the once I verify my count, we'll do the second part. Now that we have verified stitch count once again, it's time to do the second part of row 30. So now that we've done a double crochet into this double crochet, sorry about that, my husband was being silly. We chain 1, and then it says skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. We're going into the middle of this chain 3 space, and we're going to do 7 double crochets. The repeat starts with the 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 1, skip 3 stitches, go into the middle double crochet with a 1 double crochet. It's the way it reads is 1 double crochet in the middle of the 3 double crochet below. Chain 1, and then the repeat ends with skipping 3 stitches. And you're supposed to do that all the way until the last group of 3 double crochets, which is right here. I will meet you there. Alright. So here we are in the last group of 3 double crochet where I put my put the double crochet in the middle. Chain 1, skip 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going into the middle of this stitch right, the chain 3 here, and we're going to put 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, we're going to put a double crochet into this into this double crochet here, then a double crochet into the chain space, and then into the last stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets and 1 triple crochet. So 1, 2, and then a triple. And that is the end of row 30. Remember, you should have 97 double crochets on each side. Alright, my merry makers, that's it for this week's video. I hope you're enjoying making your oolong tea shawls. Even though I've encountered a few problems with this tutorial, I am certainly enjoying mine. I hope you will join me Wednesday for What You're Working On Wednesday. Until then, comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and make what makes you merry. Ciao. Don't get off. Hey, Robert! Really? Twerk?
I was just trying to get work.
Alright.